Good evening. I'm Doug Hewitt, one of the co-founders of 1951 Coffee Company. In 2012, Meg, a refugee from Bhutan, arrived at the Oakland airport. For 20 years, he had been a refugee in Bhutan, or in Nepal. He had a high school diploma, had been an English teacher, and his thoughts about coming to the United States were filled with hope. When he arrived, just like any other refugee arriving in the United States, received $1,000 as his resettlement grant. After his rent deposit, rent, and all the things he needed in his first month to get started, that money was largely used up. That meant after 1 month, Meg had to figure out how to support himself, but he was dedicated and driven to find a job. He searched and searched. He turned in resume after resume, went to interview after interview. 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, still didn't have a job. Finally, he found a job after he had been here for 8 months, working at a small little pizza shop. Between him and the customers he was serving was security glass 6 inches thick because it was in a really rough area of town. Needless to say, this is not what Meg expected to be doing for his first job in the United States. But this story is all too common. Many refugees arrive here, and the economic need to get started right away pushes them into jobs that often are dull, dirty, dangerous, and don't offer a way forward. But imagine, what if we could offer them a better first job? What if, for people like Meg who are new to the country, we could offer them a job with a living wage? A job that would provide them with the linguistic skills and the social integration they needed to get started here. This is what we've been doing here in the United States, in the San Francisco Bay Area, for the last 3 years. And with your support, we hope to take this nationally. In 2015, in Berkeley, California, we founded 1951 Coffee Company with the intent of overcoming the systemic barriers that refugees face in getting started. We have a barista training program that trains 100 people a year. We provide job placements not just at our cafe, but at 20 other partner cafes. These jobs are providing what refugees need to feel like a connected and contributing member of our society. Benefiting both refugees and the general public, our cafes are transformative coffee experiences. They provide the socially conscious American consumer an opportunity not just to interact with a distant cause, but to support someone right in front of them.
Thanks. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel. I'm the other co-founder of 1951 Coffee. And I imagine at about this moment, you are so ready to get out here. But I'm asking that you just give me 2 more minutes, or maybe 3, that I can tell you a little bit more about 1951 Coffee and our plans for growth. I also imagine you're wondering, where the heck does the name 1951 come from? And its inspiration was from the 1951 Refugee Convention that first set forth the guidelines and the legal protections for refugees. As 1951 stands right now, we have 3 core business components. Our job training program, which is fully supported through grants and donations. Our coffee shops, which all became cash flow positive in under 6 months. And we are doing so well and profiting after our expenses that we have a margin of 5 to 10% of gross sales that are able to go back and start running other parts of the model. And currently, we're able to support 50% of our operational headquarters. That supports our admin and business needs with that earned income. The other 50% coming from donations and contributions. For the next leap we're looking to get to by 2020, with opening 7 new stores, we're being able to predict that we're going to be able to hit self-sufficiency. Currently, our model is at 80% earned income and 20% contributed income. And at our next leap, we're going to be able to hit 95% earned income, making our model nearly self-sufficient. As Doug has already mentioned, we're different. We're giving you not only the highest quality coffee and fruit products, but we're allowing you to access a person and a cause that you care about face to face. We have learned how to operationalize our model in the last 3 years and work so efficiently that we do have self-sufficiency within our grasp. And lastly, we're in demand. We have more employers approaching us for our graduates than we can train. And we have retailers wanting us as part of their offerings, or developers that we can't fulfill because we don't have the capital. And so what we're looking to do is spread our model. The challenges for refugees are not getting easier. The narrative is not changing, but we need to be part of that solution. So I don't know if you guys remember Meg from the store earlier with Doug, but he was one of our very first trainees. He also was one of our very first employees. And he did so well that he became cafe manager. And now, being in the country 6-7 years, he's married with a new baby daughter. Like, this is the story we want for America. These refugees coming are legal, they're able to work, and they're in a pathway to citizenship. These are our neighbors in our community, and this is what we want for all of them. And so we're here today, like everyone else, because we're looking to grow. And we're hoping to open 7 new stores in 2 geographic markets by 2020. We're looking for $1.2 million in donations and $1.1 million in grants or debt, of which 92% of the total ask will be used to build out our coffee shops. And you might think, okay, I'll give you money for a coffee shop, but like, what can this one cafe do? And you would be astounded by what one cafe can do. In its first operational year, one cafe, approximately 8 to 10 employees. We can also train 50 people that are going to go out and work in regional neighboring coffee shops. But this combined group supports 200 family members, kiddos, parents, grandparents, and the wages they are earning, because these are living wage jobs, it's about $1.6 million in wages and benefits. That's great, but as that store cumulatively grows, 5 years, with one shop, it's nearly $10 million in wages and benefits going directly into the hands of refugees, making it so that we're not making decisions for them, but they are economically and socially stable enough that they are now making decisions for themselves and contributing to our communities. You know, we have done intense research to find those right markets for us to grow, ones with vibrant refugee communities and with emerging or established coffee industries, which make it really ready for a model like ours to come. And so we're wanting you to be part of what we're doing today. You know, I was born and raised in this country, and I am so proud of the fact that we are a melting pot. It is a narrative I was raised with. I have lived in Minnesota, in Colorado, in Texas, and in California. And you know what we all have in common? We all have an immigration story of how our family came here. And I don't care if it is a first generation, a third, a fifth, a 10th, you are so far removed you can't remember, you still know where you're from, and you still know where your last name is from. And so I'm asking you and I'm imploring you, help us change this narrative. Help us make sure that those refugees that are on a pathway to citizenship that will be our future American citizens have the same shot that we did. Thank you.